Welcome back. This is Commander Platypus with Heroes of Steel, and this time we are looking at starting a new group. I know, some of you probably, but we are um, me playing a group that uses Vincent instead of Kajartan. Um, a lot of questions about groups with Vincent and um, how to make them work, basically, in the Trace Brothers Discord on the Heroes of Steel channel. So I decided. How do you spell Stolian? Is it in here? Where's the more button? Oh, excuse me. I decided that I'd do a new group. This time really featuring Vincent. And after talking with Sparta back and forth a bit, decided that kind of want to do a roleplay group for him, and I actually feel the ice and melee build fits the lore as it's presented in the game for him. I'm still bugged about the spelling thing. I'm really horrible at spelling Stollan. Is that what I did? Okay. So going into too much why it's a better fit is definitely major spoiler territory. If anyone has more experience with using the Twitch Stream Manager, let me know. The one that's you can view on your phone. Anyways, this is our setup. I'm also going with Tam over Celine, so I'm actually kind of got some fear in. I feel much safer with Celine, and she may also even be better suited for some of this build, but also got to try something different. So here we go. There it is. Okay. It's reading my finger. So so you got a new screen. I need to get a secondary screen besides my smartphone that would make this easier. I'm assuming most of you know the general backstory at the beginning here, so I'm gonna skip that. Hey, Brenter, what's up? Not too much. I got home from work not too long ago. It's a very crazy day. Okay, fair enough. So we're in different time zones. Um, I, I love this. I demand an explanation for this. Do not toy with the Paladin of High Callus. Um, yeah, this is going to be the start of my new Vincent group. Since a lot of people were asking or talking about how you could make groups without KJ's choking Ash, and then I just remembered how much I like Vincent's, just his character. Actually, I like more than KJ's character. And it he feels like he has a very kind of visceral fit into the story, particularly once you get to certain choices, um, like who you go to the City of Ember with. And so I also wanted to look at, what the advantage is of that Vincent has over Kajartan for groups, including at max difficulty, versus his weaknesses. The most glaring issue is the loss of Choking Ash. When I thought about it, actually using Selene and not Tamlin would probably be the easiest way to get around that. But I wanted to experiment with Tamlin as build, so... And I wanted to do something other than just take all the brand new characters out. Or, as I would call it, the new kids on the block, instead of Team OG. And the reason why I say Selene is the easiest way to deal with not having Choking Ash, hey, Lord of Sin, welcome, is that most curses in the game, or cursing attacks, a lot of them will take off dodge. It's very easy to take dodge off of targets. There are not a lot that take off parry, which Choking Ash takes off both parry and armor and dodge. All is one thing. And then Selene has Pinning Shot, which takes off dodge, parry, and 1 AP. The AP would actually be overkill in this build, but hey. Well, except for some boss fights. And then Selene also has Punishing Blades, which strips armor. I want to play with Tamlin. She has Torrent of Steel, which everybody loves and has been like the favorite go-to talent since it was revised. But I actually want to play with high-level Silent Stalker for its cursing effects. Because it's also a single target minus armor. Not as good as Punishing Blades for the minus armor, but it also gives minus accuracy. So it's actually going to be kind of a weird curse bot. Meh. Lord of Sin here saying he's surprised they never added a skip all for each cutscene. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Considering how long the game is, I don't know. Budget versus how many lines of code they'd have to go through for that. And there are some skip balls, but it's also easier for me to keep my mouse in one place. Alright, so at the beginning, we're not going to see that much difference strongly with the teams. We do have, especially on max difficulty, at the beginning, all your guys are going to suck, so you just have to struggle through it. Well, I mean, you can skip the intro, Lord of Sin, but I don't like to. I like to make sure I have as much control as possible. Same reason I'm not a fan of boosting in. Now, you'll see me using lightning in this beginning part, even though that is not going to be this Vincent's focus. In this beginning, I was talking with Sparta, and think from a roleplay, the going ice and sundering makes more sense. And I got kind of stuck on that idea, so that's where I'm going to be going with this, and why, one of the reasons I decided I could take Tam instead of Celine.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is not terribly professional, but the man needs to eat, so I'm gonna give him food.
You're probably hearing the voice of my lovely better half bringing me food after work. So the game plan of this team is we're going to be using Vincent for primary crowd control. You get a lot of longevity out of your investment in his crowd control talents. Your minus AP curses, they don't miss. Which is really helpful in Nightmare to have something that does not miss, whereas cursing attacks can miss. And Frigid Air reduces, it only reduces ranged accuracy, but ranged units tend to be the deadliest or kind of scariest units in the game for most teams. And it reduces damage from all attacks. Yes, she does. My better half does provide us sustenance, and she is a very good cook, whereas I am liable to burn water. On the other hand, I'm good at building, fixing, and working with computers, so, you know. So, like, I can go up, skip that. So later, I'm going to be combining Holy Strickening with Elemental Sundering and Torrent of Steel, I think. Subject change. And that's gonna screwed up here a bit. That's gonna provide the late game big damage. Sadly, I don't have a reactor in my house. I might burn a salad. I'd like to have the power to burn water. If I had a reactor, yeah. Okay, taking a quick look here. Dodge. So that's actually, that's the same piece she's wearing. Alright. Now, anytime you take Vincent and you don't take KJ, you have to plan around not having the delay is killer. How bad of a delay is there? I did massively upgrade my internet over what I was streaming with last year. That's a bummer, but I don't live in an area where I can get fiber. Except for in my diet. My plan for this build has its primary damage coming on at level 18. I'm just going to make this a really slow build. But on the other hand, everyone, every single character in this build is going to be capable of doing AoE damage. It's just going to take us a while to get there. Reasons why this we're going to be slow on the build up to damage is we're not going to be going into Holy Strickening until I'm close to getting Elemental Sundering. Oh no, Lord of Sin, I didn't think the lag was an offense intended towards me. I just want everybody to be able to enjoy watching and... Oh no. And I need to know if there's too much lag going on or if it ruins it. See if I can do anything. Don't have too many options at the moment. I had a second DSL line installed and we're running that in parallel. Just about the best we can get out here. Yeah, starting from the beginning, obviously, a lot of people are gonna see what's going on. Without choking Ash, we don't have anything to get rid of Soak here. So this is just going to be an unelegant slogfest. We're also not going to have anything to strip armor until level 12. But I'm hoping my crazy strategy, or at least, I don't know if crazy, but slow strategy, will pay off. Okay. Get your parry back up. I should have thought about this before. I actually need to change his gear. Darting Steel is going to be the only thing I have that gets parry off. Which is going to be interesting. I've done it before. I always find his throwing knives kind of weird to use. Just because he has a dead zone, whereas Tamerlane does not have a dead zone. And by that I mean Tamerlane can be right here in melee and still use her throwing knives. Kincaid, he either has to be in melee using his sword, or he has to be out of melee to use his throwing knives. This guy's just gonna take forever to kill, but that's how it is. However, at level 18, we're gonna get Elemental Sundering. We're gonna get Reckoning, so that's gonna be 2 melee AoEs that deal magic damage. So, which obviously compare with both Strickening and Torrent of Steel. Huh. So Lord of Sin says he's a Cyber Knight and Star Trader. Fair enough. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Cyber Knights, mainly because it's gonna be more XCOM-like, and I love me XCOM. And of course, Star Traders was their first, okay, outside of the Bears thing, but Star Traders was their first game. Star Traders is what's introduced me to the D&D brothers. But you're saying D&D ruined fantasy games for you? How could D&D ruin fantasy games for you? This is a story I gotta hear. Alright, I'm gonna try and mute and unmute between chewing, but no guarantees on strict professionalism. And then Kincaid will of course get Storm of Steel at level 18. So it's 3 strong talents at 18. But we have to wait for them. Tam will unlock Silent Stalker at 12, which I just find Silent Stalker immensely entertaining in the Torrent Rivershed. For anyone who's dealt with Crete Archers, there's just this unique satisfaction of counter-sniping them with it. Alright, looking at our build. So one of our first primary issues is accuracy. Thankfully, with Kincaid and Tamerlane and Vincent, not yet, but later, dexterity improves their accuracy and their defense. So these two both immediately get dexterity. Now, skills, I'm going to need... I gotta think about when I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna need more blades on him. Now let's see, what are our options? Okay, right off the bat, we're taking Cunning Footwork. Anytime you are running Kincaid in a group, in my opinion, if you don't have Cunning Footwork 10 by the end of the game, you're doing it wrong. That's simple. This first point, really, really valuable early. Always the first thing I take on him. It's going to give us parry, dodge, crit. And then later it's going to give us accuracy, which is starting at level 2. It's going to help us deal with not having minus parry. Figuring out the attributes on Vincent for this build is going to be kind of hard because he's going to need a lot of SP. And actually like a large SP tank. But we also are going to need dexterity, so we're going to be going down here. We're going to be skipping his lightning spells. This is what we're aiming for. He's going to be melee. So our very first thing here, Flash Freeze, AP, straight up AP and Dodge Curse, very simple, but its AoE grows faster than the other option for a minus AP Curse EA. And we're going to be taking advantage of that because its AoE pattern grows so much faster, it's going to allow us to branch out into other curses as well. Skills. We're going to be leveling both Blades and Conjuring. I might keep Blades up one more. Not only is it going to be using Blades, it's melee defense, melee accuracy. When I get to 18, I don't want them to be too far behind in Blade skills. So we're going to be going back and forth on the Blades and Conjuring. Fiona, always first is Leadership, second is Shield of Corteus, although she's going to be going back into Consecrated Defense. Tam. So... I could either start with Torrent of Steel or Black Knight here. Now I don't have anything yet that's dealing magical damage, so I'm actually going to start with Black Knight. get us dodge, get us stealth, and then we're going to be heading to Black Knight 2 for that sweet plus MP. Skill, though, is going into Throne for defensive reasons. Attribute here, it's interesting, I've had some people argue on using Dexterity for her over Constitution. And it feels dirty, but it may be the answer. It's better to avoid being hit. We'll see. Tributes. For now, I'm gonna give him a dex. Like I said, I'm gonna have to raise his intelligence. Okay. Go ahead and give him 1 in throwing. So there's gonna be a lot of split leveling. Okay. And we're just continuing through the beginning. And so if you watched my other stream, a lot of beginning tactics here. Gonna be very similar. Gonna be trolling archers. Alright, we run the stealth roll. And we're still very much at the beginning here. Come on. It's out of range, so we're actually take off some damage. Another big theme with this group is going to be added range. Sorry, not added range, but added movement points. Big thing with Kincaid, always make sure to get your parry back up. Now, Flash Freeze. Really expensive before the second point because it only hits one person, but we'll have the second level of it pretty soon. And just interesting enough, Fiona is probably going to be our highest damage dealer for quite some time. Let's just lift here. Okay. Nice. Nice little upgrade. Still... Let's see, he's got 10. What are you wearing? 4. You've got 6. You can't wear light armor. So you get upgraded to 6. Ah, I'm getting distracted. Oh well. I can live. And when I'm going silent here, it's just because I'm also eating, so bear with me. One thing you may be noticing here if you watched my other stream is that actually really just from taking this Black Knight, Celine is much more reliable, especially early on at winning stealth rolls. Or sorry, Tam is much more reliable than Celine for winning stealth rolls. But she's also more fragile, so trade-off. Okay. Now every one of the enemies has had their damage reduced. We're gonna get out of line of sight. Now here's what I meant about the dead zone on throwing knives. No dead zone with Tam. Oh, never mind. They got rid of the dead zone with Kincaid. See, I've been playing this game for too long. Kincaid used to have a dead zone. Okay, that will actually make some of my ideas on how I'm going to have to play this less challenging than I thought. Now that still won't be challenging, but I was imagining movement with him being a nightmare. Zap zap. Zap zap zap. No, if this was not the beginning area of the game, I wouldn't recommend just running down like that, but I know she's gonna survive, and I want to get through here. So, interesting here, I'm running out of SP faster on Kincaid. So glad that camp was headed there. Makes this beginning part much less painful on higher difficulties than it used to be. Although scouting ahead can be expensive out of combat, can really pay off sometimes. Wow, okay. Unlike the last time around, we got what looks like a max spawn, and we are not very tanky. This is a little pants shitting. Please, okay. we really need to take some of these off the board. Let us spray. Yikes. Yeah, these green spiders, I refuse to call them giant black spiders, really, really sting. So actually... Okay. So, best option... that. Oh, Brenter. I love your comment. Sorry, I just looked away from chat for a minute. You're talking about Brenter. This was back when... I've got to get better about dual monitoring chat. Back when we were over here. Do you ever wonder about those poor bastards watching their comrades go through the door one after another only to get swatted and waiting for their turn? I mean, look at the pool of blood. Yeah. I hadn't thought of that, but I mean... Damn, it's hard out there for a nuke. I don't know if anyone else here reads webcomics and like webtoons. There's one, it was a while back, I think called The Masked Henchman or something, but it was basically all about the life of being a henchman for the big bad evil guy as like, ooh, that is freaking-tastic for Tam. Oh, I haven't even, okay, you get that. Who gets the 30 HP? Well, actually, right now, she's dodging the least, so. And then we're just gonna walk back. Yeah, and I wish I remembered all of it, but it was also in this comic. There's, you know, the henchmen would talk with the sidekicks of the heroes. Just funny. Dex, and we'll go blades. Skills, we'll go ahead and pump conjuring up to 4. Attributes, actually gonna stick with Dex. Attributes, I'm really hoping this pays off like you think it will, Sparta. Going with Dex. Attributes, Dex, more Dex, more Dex. And I'm wanting to get her, throne and bow's gonna be more or less equal, so. Yeah, on these two characters, my plan is a split weapons build, which I always find hard to balance. As just razor's edge of deciding when to level something versus when not to. Okay, so that was pretty good for those spiders. let's check on the spiders down here. Just 'cause. I know it's kind of silly because I'm going to have to walk all the way back up there for that one spawn of red shirts. Literally red shirts. And figuratively. Ah, man. More black ones. Alright. Out of range. Okay. In range. This time, we've got some nice terrain. Not really sure what this is. Pile of rocks, giant flower thing, something that we can use. But keep some of the squishier people back from these nasty spiders. Okay. I'm glad that when they moved up, they did not have much in the way of AP left. And this is, again, sometimes it really is just better to let them come to you. One of these days, I wonder... this isn't the right chord. Alright, well, yeah. I'm gonna go all the way back up here, just... Oh, wait. Isn't there a loot chest or something? I don't know. I'm going crazy here. Oh, another fight. And that's why auto-walking can be dangerous. The problem with doing it this way is my phone screen keeps wanting to black out because I don't have it plugged in. And then that makes me lose connection with chat. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Actually gonna fall back again. For anyone who's played other games, particularly MMOs, the fine art of kiting. It'll take you far. Oh, so close. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, but as I see, our big damage dealer right now is still gonna be Fiona. Right? Just love the brutal efficiency of the one-handed hammers. They've got horrible parry, but when it comes to just, well, shall we say, dealing with your enemy, they're great. want my loot. Armor, all resist, not as good in this group. Really aiming to be a dodge group with this group, which Fiona doesn't exactly fit into, but Kira doesn't really either. Her group buff adds more dodge, but neither of them are dodgy. That was a pretty nice roll for this level. Good oh shit potion. Wow. Got screwed on that loot roll. I don't have anyone who can use a spear. And all the way back up because I was silly and inefficient, but yeah. So I'm really waiting for the next level. When Vincent gets that second level of flash freeze. It's actually after flash freeze, we're going to... going to be leveling up Frigid Air to get its next AoE block, then back to Flash Freeze. I may leave Flash Freeze at 6, not entirely set on that, but Frigid Air will be going all the way to 10. Ouch. Alright. Definitely need to get Sure Parry up to where it blocks 2 hits, which is Sure Parry, what's it, 4. Oh, I didn't have to move him. I gotta remember that. See, kids, back in my day, when throwing knives first launched, you had to have a square space. Since he's gonna take a while to get down, might as well completely debuff him. Let's take a look here. So, minus damage, minus parry, minus dodge, minus 1 AP. And I'm literally just gonna poke things to death for a while. Especially these high armor units are going to be a pain. $9.18. I still have to look and see if it's any better than either one of these. Maybe? Oh, no, I definitely don't want that in. What are you rocking? That's got 2 parry. How much does yours have? Okay, yeah, we need to switch that. Because Kincaid's primarily a tank right now. Just continue roaming around. And we get another cutscene. I'm gonna skip. Okay. So let's see. We had two really big spider rolls. This one might be a medium or it might be a big. Now these orange ones, at least at this part in the game, harder to hit, but they do a lot less damage, so... Probably gonna have to camp after this. The main issue playing at higher difficulties is if you don't like having to camp a lot, you're gonna really not enjoy. It's just the you end up having to put all your early attributes into almost anything but intelligence. You occasionally don't have any choice but to grab a point of intelligence, but you always wait to get to that point. And because of that and the what's a good way to put it? The attrition rules on buffs. You gotta, until we can get SP drain gear, we get a lot of steps in. Yep, we are totally tapped out on SP. It's actually not a bad time because there's one more spider fight and then a big fight, so. Even though this game can easily be played on a phone or a tablet, I really love playing it on my computer. It makes doing the walking back and forth less painful. Being able to scroll out or scroll down in quickly. Alright, and here is our next spider fight. Looks like it's probably another small spawn. Well, disappointing. I like the big spawns. You get more experience. Really want to get some early levels. Alright, well, let's see if we can hit it without having to put flash freeze on it. So and I always see the nice thing of having something cursed down to one attack. Particularly in melee. If you can keep things cursed down at or lower than the amount of sure parries Kincaid has, he becomes invincible in melee. What's that? I know there should be another. Oh, no, I think it's just, no more loot, sadly. Just the, fight with the puppies. Poor doggies. Now, what's funny is, with the original group, this was frightening because Kira would be right here, and she's squishy. But if you have Fiona, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh no, they're attacking from the rear. Okay, well, our rear guard is a paladin. Now, it's a good thing to know your enemies. Click at these guys, they have low resistance. So even though I do not intend for him to be a caster, right now, our best option is to just let him rip. One thing I do like about the throwing knives is if you get the right mix, you can oftentimes use up an AP that you otherwise wouldn't have without having a throwing knife. Stubborn. We got through that without too much damage taken. Not doing as good on the loot as I was last time. Oh well. Trigger a couple dialogue thingies. Okay. Gotta start being a bit more careful here. So let's see. This fight has the possibility to spawn a giant ratkin, or ROUS, which would be really bad for this group right now. Let's see if it happens. Oh, well. I can get a bit closer. It's nice, really flush out the scouting. Okay. Looks like just archers, so that's actually not bad. And they are all out of range as far as the ones I can see. And they just line up perfectly. Alrighty. So, because, and this is very meta, because I know the next fight is the boss fight for this entry level area, I am going to, again, walk back all the way to camp. Just for safety's sake. When in doubt, camp and hoard your potions. I'm just gonna swap over, check Discord really quick. Okay. Rebuff. Okay. Come on guys, y'all chat quiet in the chat room. Don't be shy. I do realize for a lot of you this isn't the most exciting part. Want to get to the boss fights, getting to the later episodes. It's gonna take time, but I will get there. I really like Vincent's personal story and connection, so it just fits. And I like his bridge scene a lot better. Oh, I only cast Magus Fire. It can't burn a bridge. I'm like, dude, fire? Whereas him thinking he's not going to be able to light the bridge on fire instantly with lightning, yeah, unless he powers it up, makes some more sense. Alright, enemies get... Oop. Ouch. Ouch. Alrighty, let's start. Oh, he's out of range. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping for a twofer there. I can plink somebody. And turn. Okay, so absolutely have to make sure sure parry stays up. Big bad. Gets hit. Hit again. Make sure they're as easy to hit as possible. If for zap. Alright, if I had taken a torrent of steel instead of Black Knight, I could have had him down to 1 AP. Let's go ahead and make sure to take out that one. Never start working on the guard. Fling a knife that way just because. Sure parries up. Wail on him. Alright. Down. In the first turn we actually engaged him. Now we just gotta deal with these archers. Alright, everybody got level there. That's gonna be nice. Huh. Alright, not sure who I want to put that on yet. Poor Groth, he really needs an updated portrait. Da, 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 da. And now we're going to have a crowning moment of badass. He could use an updated portrait too. But I like how, whereas KJ already has flames, Vincent doesn't. He has lightning, which you would expect to kind of char, not spread fire. And so, of course, they talk about him having injured himself. Okay. Got the Forgotten Way Station. Get some more tutorial stuff. This used to be the first place you could level. Alrighty. So, maybe we'll do 2 to 1. Not sure. So now, eventually, I'm going to want Darting Steel 5, probably just for that, the AoE pattern. Early on, I really got to focus on his tanking. So we got Cunning Footwork 1, 2, a little bit more dodge, and an accuracy. Accuracy is nice, critical is nice. I need to get Sure Parry up to 4 here. So right now I'm trying to think of this breakpoint. So I think I'm going to start turning this up to 4. Talents. Boom. We can now hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if it's a perfect pattern. A big note on, if it's a perfect pattern. Alright, because like here, we've got 4 and 4. I will be really annoyed if I have a perfect shot for getting all 6 and I don't have this at 6, but right now I think keeping Blades 1 above it, going back and forth with Blades being the first pick is going to be smarter. Skills. Hammer time. Talents. Consecrated defense. We're going to keep raising thrown weapons for a couple of reasons. I'm tempted to go Black Knight 1 for that movement point, but on the other hand, having Torrent of Steel just to take something down to 1 action point if I'm feeling really... Yeah. Alright, and actually I have a reason for not buffing yet. It's because the talking takes turns off. Skip this. Alright. Okay. So we look at these guys. They've got 3 AP. They hit for 50 up to 50 damage. So, yeah, max hits, they could take out Tamlin, 1 hit. Now if we can bring him down to 1 AP, which we can't do yet with just Flash Freeze, but we can with Turn to Steel. Okay. Alright, well, actually this is going to be interesting. Let's test how our accuracy is doing. Dink! So now we look at 2 AP, and I haven't indeed paid the cost of Flash Freeze yet. Actually, that helps a little because what is this at? +6 holy damage. Okay, it's not a lot, but oh, I forgot to do her consecrated defense. I'm an idiot. No. Can she hit from this range? No, no line of sight. Okay. Now, gonna work on just, we have to leave him up. This might be overkill, but general thought, you know, especially going late game, if you have to leave an enemy up, you only leave it alive and in range if it's fully cursed. Now, it's melee. It can only attack once. It's gonna attack Kincaid because the AI isn't that smart yet. And with Sure Parry, he gets, he has 1 guaranteed block, making him immune for all intents and purposes. This is mainly for my own amusement. Oh, still being an idiot with Fiona. Gotta remember to use consecrated defense. Okay, nice. Now is a good time to use Flash Freeze. This is why we love it. This early in the game, yes, it's expensive, but boom. That just took 3 attacks off the board. And let's see, so, and it lasts for 12 turns. So if we have to fight a war of attrition, think about this. Level 3, get up to 4 targets right now with the way I've got it built out. Take off an AP for 12 turns. And if we do a little doinking here, essentially, totally not SP efficient to go this way, but now they all only have 1 AP. Okay, that's just annoying. So buffs for 1A leave, so let's see. Versus you're just +3. Die. Now, their damage is also reduced. And so now we're getting somewhere as far as being able to, you know, play it really safe. We're not doing nearly as much damage at the start as the last group. So we just have to trust that it'll be worth it. To stick to the plan. Yeah, now tab out just to check something. Alright, coming back. I got a little too close. And, wow, did I? No, his buffs are up. Cannot wait till we're going to be able to upgrade weapons. Of course, it's a two-handed, which goes against my current plan. Alright, idea where they're coming from. Okay, they've all got to be trapped down here. They must be having pathing issues. That stings. Okay. Even with frigid air. This might be close. I gotta remember that I haven't put as much added health onto Fiona. I am not liking how low on health Fiona is getting. I definitely shouldn't have had her in the main tank position like I have so far on this particular battle. Okay, there is still enemy somewhere. Oh, what the? God damn it. Alright, there's still an enemy somewhere. And of course. Okay, there it is. It looks like we're definitely gonna have to grab a point of int on everyone, despite that being against better judgment. I don't know, we'll see. Also need to play smarter and not bring Fiona out to main tank until we get better gear. Alright. Did not die, but got uncomfortably close. Might go ahead and work on bringing. Let's see, how many. Where does Torrent of Steel need to get to be? Okay, so won't be able to hit it by level 6. Definitely could hit level 7, start having that AoE, if I'm doing my math right in my head. Ah, yeah, forgetting exactly one. Talents. Let's see. I also can't wait to upgrade. What else we got? Yeah, Farsight. See, I hate it when you trigger a fight, and now this is the lowest level of it, but and you can't see a single enemy. It's just... Okay, so I see we've got archers. Got a really weird geographical setup here. Let's see what happens. Oh, and I saw just the flash, merest flash of a giant rat king. Okay, I've got Fiona's buff up. Go back. Alright. Now, definitely need to focus on some cursing. Okay, thank you. Out of range. Okay. I'll get down here. Method to madness. Out of line of sight of the archer. She's not as good of a dodger. Okay. See, and this is where we're gonna have problems in the early game, these hard targets. Only person who really does enough damage to have a decent showing against hard targets is Fiona. And that's just because one-handed hammers are pretty efficient. Okay. One more cursor in place on him. And we're really going to be looking forward to charge speed later, where it'll be easier for him to dance in and out. One thing to remember with Kane, you have to micromanage his sure parry buff. And again, here we are, even with the stealth roll. I got no idea where they're gonna come from. I can kind of guess because I played through this area before, but alright, it's one enemy. So, if you aren't sure, definitely be careful coming down. We gotta get this first hit in for the sure or for the consecrated defense buff. Okay, way down there. Alright, so... yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, I need to stay off this line. Well, she might be able to handle just one on her own. Damn. Cannot be taking hits like that. Using turn of steel here more than I thought I would, largely. The initial cost here on flash freeze. It's okay, as I said, it's been a while since I've run Vincent build. I just gotta slug my way through not having squat in the damage department in the early game. Fiona is just not blocking anything. It's bad rolls or... Definitely not doing nearly as well on gear drops this time around either. Oh well. We'll make it work somehow. Now let's remember to go back to camp before we go too far. It's been a long day, so I'm getting tired here. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go for. Okay, nice. At least we can see an enemy. Let's know what's coming towards us. We can go for a choke point. I need something hell cheap here. I know that's gonna give me more action points. Now that we know a bit more about what we're dealing with. Back. And we're gonna keep coming back here for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna get Fiona to get her self buffs in. have not been able to get those archers to come in, which is what I want. Yeah, I might just have to eat some arrows. Let's see. Okay. Boy. You can see it in our eyes glow blue. Okay. Hey, so the pack of giant reckon over there, that is gonna be tough with this group. Or sorry, not quite over there, it's down here, but... So, we're not gonna hit that quite yet. Actually, I may, you know what? I may switch Fiona over to the 2 AP two-handed hammer we picked up just solely because of that. That could be the way to do that. Okay, and we are gonna go back. Do have a chance at some good gear rolls down there. And good, we need some gear changes. Alright. This is gonna drop my parry by 1, but let's see what I got. I could try and give her more holy damage. Might help a little bit. Might regret not having the 2 armor, but we'll see. I was gonna say, well, I would love a speed drain. He's not doing enough damage to actually like that. Oh, yeah, let's stick that on you. Long term, I fully intend Fiona be Hammer and Shield, but I think this is a short-term case where, because having such a problem with damage output, which I knew would be the case, but this, you think we should avoid it. Oh, we shouldn't. There's a loot down here. Okay, there's one of them. Now you can... did I do it? Shit, triggered both. Oh well. Alright, let's... Well... Here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna retreat to here. Alright. Too far out for me to hold my position, so we gotta weather this first onslaught. Yeah, I was hoping that one would come down, but okay. Well, whatever. Start. Please tell me you have line of sight. Oh, yes. Oh, big, fat, satisfying thuds. Okay, this is not so satisfying. Should have had dirt and steel first. Yeah, this is how we're gonna deal with these guys right now. Do, do, do. And the slog continues. Nice. Crits are always nice. Yeah. I tried. Another one. Jesus. Alright. This fight's always a slog, but... Okay. Alright. Wow. Long fight. These couple chests here, usually good loot. So. Something I don't want. Something I do want. 1 for 1. And we got a level, so we'll head back. Yay. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Shame manager. Well, been going for a while. It's funny as I'm not sick of this game. I just get tired. Going to go ahead and use defensive fortifications to our advantage. So it's plus 12 holy damage. I'm just curious here. 5 versus 8. Wow, really? Okay, I was not expecting that for the group. Alright. Ah, this camp is my camp. Or something. Hey. We got a little fishing pool over here. Take a bath or something. Oh, neat. Alright, so... Still got a ways to go to Uskhold. Let's see, we got the Hall of Smiter smashing, Ratkin, then there'll be Ratkin, more Ratkin, more Ratkin, come around another Hall of Smiter smashing. And yes, I know it seems like I'm being paranoid, because I am. I want to be able to get a good idea for how many things I'm going to have to be dealing with before I send my tank down. the spiders just keep coming. Damn. Okay. Got a lot of spiders pulled all at once. So we got wild damage variance, but please be the last spider that's active. Guess. Yeah. That was speedy. Swing for the fences. Then we're gonna go back the exact same way we came. There's one, there's two. Okay. Ow. Okay, can't survive that kind of pressure. Have to remember, despite what I may feel like doing, do not... shit. Do not rush this group forward. Hey, look, it's actual armor. Yay. Alright. That's much better quality armor. Alright. I'm definitely about ending it here for the moment. It's getting late for me, and I've had a long day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what you saw. I'm gonna decide I'm gonna continue these house streams, but I will continue this one. It's gonna take a while to build this team up. I will see you guys later.